This is going to be a deep dive into the healthcare and medical facilities in Prescott for retirees. I recently got very interested in the healthcare offered in Prescott because we found out that my wife has breast cancer. And I'll tell you more about that at the end, but first, I want to start with a basic fact of life. Getting old, not for the weak. If you're thinking about retiring to Prescott, you need to know if the medical care here is good enough for you to live here. Well, I'm a car guy, so I think about everything in automotive terms, and it's like taking your car to the shop. There are three different kinds of care that we need. First, there's the emergency service, the roadside assistance, the ambulance showing up at your house because you fell. You'll never know their names, but you're grateful when they walk through the front door. Second, there's the regular maintenance, the oil changes, and the annual prostate exams. That takes a regular doctor that you get to know over time. Last, there are the specialists. That's like the transmission guy or the cardiac guy. You'll get to know them, they'll fix you up, and hopefully you never see them again. Now, starting with the emergencies, if you just bang your knee and it's not that bad, but you still want to see a doctor just to be sure, there are urgent care facilities around. Next Care Urgent Care has a facility in Prescott and another one in Prescott Valley. But if you're lucky enough to get a ride in an ambulance, you'll probably be taken to either Dignity Health Yavapai Regional Medical Center West if you're in Prescott, or you'll be taken to Dignity Health Yavapai Regional Medical Center East if you're in Prescott Valley. This is what the entire campus looks like from above. All those other buildings right there, they all house specialists. A new smaller hospital was recently built in between those, Exceptional Community Hospital in Diamond Valley on Highway 69. Now, all three of these have 24/7 emergency rooms, and all three of them are excellent. Also, all three of them have helipads for helicopters. We live in the forest in Walker and a cabin at the end of a dirt road, and our fire station has a helipad also. We've had helicopters from one of the main hospitals land here in the fire station, pick up a patient, and then fly them all the way to Phoenix if that's what was required. No matter where you are, they have you covered. If the question is, are the emergency facilities in Prescott good enough for retirees? The answer is yes, absolutely, no question about it. I'll put links to all of these facilities and all the other ones I'll mention in the description below. I'm going to talk more about the two main hospitals plus the VA hospital when we talk about specialists in a minute. But next, let's talk about regular doctors. There are a lot of small primary care offices around, too many to list here. They tend to be clustered around the two main hospitals, although there's a lot of them up in the Crossings, it's a development of office buildings located off Willow Creek Road near Willow Lake Road. There are also some more near the intersection of Highway 89A and Highway 89 on the north side of town. Here's a bunch of the small offices next to the hospital in Prescott Valley. Because the demographics in Prescott tend to skew older, most of them accept Medicare, but make sure you ask. And as much as I'd like to say that all doctors are great, they're all people and they're all different. So your mileage may vary at each office. We had a great doctor in an office that got bought by a huge corporation, and their service just turned horrible. So we found a small private office, and we found the best doctor that we've ever had. And then she retired, and then things got weird. I mean, there are some weird doctors out there. But now we have a different doctor, and she's great, and we love my doctor now. So call around, find somebody, try them out, and go with another doctor if they don't fit. There are enough regular doctors around that you can find somebody that you like. So if the question is, are the regular doctors in Prescott good enough for retirees? The answer is probably, but you'll have to look around to find one you like. Now on to the specialists. This is where it gets interesting. There are a lot of specialists around. Each hospital has a cluster of other buildings around them filled with specialists. Depending on the medical issue, a lot of people who live in Prescott, they drive down to Phoenix for specific treatments. Phoenix is 90 minutes to 2 hours away. It's the fifth largest city in America, and they have every specialist you can imagine. So if you can't be treated in Prescott for your specific medical issue, you have the option of driving 2 hours and having it dealt with down there. And we have a lot of friends who do that. Most of the time, specialists in Prescott, they do a great job. I have a lot of anecdotal stories about friends being treated for specific things. Again, remember that all doctors, they're all different. I know two guys, friends of mine, who had knee replacements. One was in Prescott and one was at the best place in Phoenix. The guy in Prescott, he went golfing the next day. The one in Phoenix, he had complications and he ended up in the hospital for a few days. You could just never be sure what's going to happen with medical issues. Every doctor is different and every patient is different. Are you a veteran? We have a huge VA hospital here. I've been told it's one of the best in the entire Southwest. It's got a very interesting history because it dates back to the founding of Prescott in 1883 when it was known as Fort Whipple, and it protected the gold miners. There's a museum located in one of the original officers' barracks. During World War I, it became a military hospital. The main building was built in 1939. It's been built up and improved as a VA hospital ever since. Today, it treats a long list of specialist medical issues in modern facilities. Here's Officers Row. This is the 1939 main building. Here are some other newer buildings. There's a lot of new buildings here. I've had people tell me that they moved to Prescott just because this VA hospital was the best one. If you're a veteran, this is a huge consideration. Where is everything? Here's a map of the entire area showing the locations of the hospitals. Here's the YRMC West in Prescott. Here's the YRMC East in Prescott Valley with nearby regular doctor's offices. Here's the VA hospital. Exceptional Community Hospital. The Crossings, that's up here. The other offices I mentioned are here by 89 and 89A, including the one specialist that I personally care the most about. My wife was first referred to the breast center in Prescott Valley. And I gotta ask, why isn't there a prostate center? I mean, I don't know. From there, she was referred to the City of Hope Cancer Care Center. City of Hope just took over the facility in February of 2026 as an extension of their campus in Phoenix. I've been very impressed with the doctors and the assistants and the facilities there. Now that my wife has had all the tests done, she's going to start chemo soon, and the outlook is good. I'm hopeful, but prayers are appreciated. If you're retired and thinking about moving to Prescott, you need to think about medical care. I've been happy with it so far, and doing research for this video made me more aware of just how many medical facilities we have. As always, like and subscribe. And if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate in Prescott, give me a call or text. My contact info is right there.